Joining us now live is attorney Rachel Fiset. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
My pleasure.
So can you take us through what we can expect today? And can you also answer the question for me? You know, at the heart of this is really, are they rehabilitated? When can someone be determined to be rehabilitated for murder?
That's a difficult question, and that's one that the defense will be showing today, that they are rehabilitated based on what they have done in prison, based on how young they were when they got there, and that they have really changed while they've been in prison over the last 30 years. And they will bring in psychological reports, in other inmate testimony, what probation has gathered from security guards. They will say that they have gotten their degrees while in college. They have college degrees while in prison, and that they have helped their fellow inmates in a variety of ways. So basically, they are trying to show that they no longer have any propensity for violence, and that they are safe to be released. And that's really the first concern of the judge: is it safe to release them?
Okay, so the resentencing hearing, though, is just one avenue they're really taking to fight for freedom. The other is a petition on the governor's desk, and then there's another petition related to new evidence about the alleged abuse from their father. I guess I want you to kind of rank which one of these you think is most likely to get any kind of progress.
Well, we know that DA Hochman will be vigorously defending that they should not be released today. He will be saying they have not been rehabilitated. They have not owned up to the lies that they told throughout trial, and that they still do have a propensity for violence, and that they would be dangerous to the public. So he is going to argue vigorously against this resentencing. Really, the only avenue I see is getting it out of the DA's hands, as it relates to non-opposition, and that would be the petition for clemency on the governor's desk at the moment. And the governor is going through all of the same materials that DA Hochman is also allegedly going through to decide whether the governor's office wants to grant clemency and allow their sentence to be shortened, and they could get released from prison.
Okay, so we've got today. We'll keep watching that. We've got the other options. We'll keep watching that. So I want to talk now about the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. I mean, yesterday was explosive. It's just day one. A male escort and a former security guard both took the stand. Some people found this a little unusual because you usually want to put your, quote, star witness up first. But what did these two do to kind of set up today's testimony from ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura?
They really set the stage, and they allowed that video to be shown to the jury because they had the hotel security guard, and the hotel security guard could authenticate that video and say, yes, this was real. I saw these people. And so they got the video in. We have shock value. Day one of the trial. And so the jurors are awake, they are paying attention, and both witnesses really set the stage for Cassie Ventura to come in and tell her experience. But what those witnesses also did was basically make her not a liar, because they corroborated what she's about to say in advance of her saying it. So the jury has an expectation of what they are going to hear, and they are already on high alert for these acts.
And of course, she's the key witness. We'll be watching for her testimony today. So many other celebrity names, some released and not others, were related to this trial. Do you expect that there may be another surprise witness that is even more incriminating than Cassie?
They have a fifth witness that they just added. We don't know her name yet. Again, these are sexual abuse survivors, so their names are not made public, but they will be when they're on the stand. So there is a fifth witness. It's hard to say what will happen, as I do believe this trial still is evolving on who they may call.
I think there's some buzzwords, too, we're going to be looking for, right? It's like coercion and consensual, both from the prosecution and the defense. So it'll be interesting to watch today. I do, before we let you go, want to talk about Kim Kardashian's Paris robbery trial, which is actually underway right now, obviously, with the time zones and change. What can you tell us about her testimony that we've heard this morning?
Her testimony is really talking about what a horrific experience it was when she was robbed, and how she believed she was going to die, how she was fearful for her life, and really testifying as to the violence and fear that the robbers put her in. So we know the jewelry was missing, the items were gone, but this really hits home as to the fear they caused and really the violence that was part of this robbery. And I think her testimony really was compelling. She kept yelling about her babies and please let me live, I have babies. And that really speaks to how fearful she was during this robbery.
All right, Rachel Fiset, thank you so much for joining us with Insight. There's so much
So
going
many
on in the legal
trials, I
world. I
know.
know. I feel like the whole world is invested in the legal system.
Do we want to talk about Karen Reed's trial now or no? Okay, we'll leave that alone.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you. We have